Hey folks, Zmay here. Grab a coffee, lean back, and let's have a serious talk about ethology. Today we're peeling back the layers on one of the biggest, most dangerous delusions of the modern age, the blind faith in grand love. This myth is exactly what turns a perfectly capable man into a simp, a total victim, and a financial donor. You start fighting for Troy, wasting your youth, your resources, and your mental health on a ghost. You're chasing a shadow that society told you was real. Look at this whole great love trope. It's an old, tired song played on a broken record. They tell you it's lofty, elevating, and divine. They tell you that a man is only complete when he finds his other half. But let's look at the cold, hard facts of biology and social engineering. In reality, this trope takes a healthy, high testosterone alpha male and turns him into something soft, pathetic, and frankly, utterly miserable. It's the romantic simp. And make no mistake, it's not just a personality quirk or a phase. It's a virus. A psychological virus they infect millions of boys with during childhood through movies, books, and bad advice from broken, bitter adults. And here's the scary part. It doesn't matter how old you are, how much money you have, or how much you can bench press. If you aren't vaccinated with the truth, this thing is contagious. It bypasses your logic and hits your instincts. What's truly hilarious is that this exploitation is sold under the label of real feelings. They look at you with a straight face and say, "Oh, your logic is shallow and cold, but what we have here is deep, soul-level, and genuine." Personally, I see a direct parallel with religious dogma. It's the same old trick. Rebranding your natural masculine instincts as sins and rebranding their parasitic demands as virtues. It's a complete inversion of reality. They want you to believe that sacrifice is the only way to love. But who is benefiting from that sacrifice? It's never you. I get hundreds of stories sent to this channel, but let's talk about a specific guy. We will call him Kevin. On paper, Kevin is a winner. He's in his prime, he's got a solid career, his own apartment, and he's emotionally stable. He's exactly what the system calls a good man or a provider. And then, boom, Kevin trips and falls headfirst into a relationship with a woman. Now, this lady wasn't some young, naive girl. She was well into her 40s. 45 or 46, if I recall. You'd think a man like Kevin would see the red flags, but the grand love virus had already clouded his judgment. Kevin was absolutely floored, and I mean hit by a heavy freight train, when he realized just how much dough this kind, sweet lady managed to extract from his pockets in just 30 days. We're talking thousands of dollars on emergencies, gifts, and proving his devotion. The guy literally went into credit card debt for a woman who didn't even respect him. He took out a loan just to keep the fantasy alive because he was told that real men don't count pennies when they're in love. And the kicker? The absolute punchline of this tragedy? No matter how much cash he poured into her, no matter how many fires he put out, she still walked around with a face like a slapped ass. She had a look so sour you could literally pickle cabbage just by having her look at the jar. She acted as if he was born with a blood debt to her, as if it was written in the stars that he owed her his soul, his time, and his bank account until his dying day. Kevin asked me later, "Zmay, why wasn't she happy? I gave her everything." And the answer is simple. Because you can't buy respect with submission. You only buy more demands. And here's the question every guy asks when they finally wake up. What the hell's going on? Has the whole world gone clinically insane? The global market. The illusion of choice. I've spent a lot of time traveling the world. I've lived in Istanbul, I've seen the market in Russia, and right now, I'm looking at the scene in Thailand. I like to keep my finger on the pulse of the local mating market wherever I go. It's a fascinating social experiment. I've got maybe 200 likes sitting in my profile on Badoo right now. I don't even read them. I'm not looking for a Thai girlfriend, period. But I look at the profiles out of professional curiosity to see what the theatrical production looks like this season. The masks, the lies, the sheer entitlement written in the bios. And the men? The Western men I see here are acting like absolute bottom-tier simps. They are clinical idiots throwing their hard-earned pensions and lives away for a scripted smile that's been sold 1,000 times before. They think they found the one in a bar or on an app, not realizing they are just the next Kevin in line. They think they are the director of the movie, but they are just the guy paying for the tickets while someone else enjoys the show. Now, we have to look deeper. Why does a guy like Kevin stay? Why doesn't he just walk away the moment the face gets sour? It's because of a mechanism I call psychological castration through guilt. From the moment you enter the grand love trap, you are being conditioned. If you don't pay, you're not a provider. If you don't solve her problems, you're not protective. If you express your own needs, you're selfish. They create a cage where the bars are made of your own conscience. They take your best masculine qualities, your responsibility, your protective instinct, and they weaponize them against you. Kevin wasn't paying for love. He was paying for the absence of guilt. He was buying a few hours of peace, hoping that maybe, just maybe, if he spent enough, the sour face would turn into a smile. But here is the truth of ethology. You cannot negotiate desire, and you certainly cannot buy respect. Guilt is the chain, and grand love is the lock. If you want to be free, you have to realize that being called a bad man by a parasite is actually a compliment to your sanity. And then there is the ultimate weapon in their arsenal, the myth of the one. The idea that there is only one soulmate out there for you, and if you lose her, your life is over. This is the ultimate simp maker. When a man believes in the one, he becomes terrified of conflict. He starts walking on eggshells. He tolerates disrespect because he thinks, if I lose this lady, I'll never find another. But look at the math. Look at the billions of people on this planet. The idea that your destiny just happened to live in the same city or match with you on Badoo is statistically ridiculous. It's a marketing trick designed to keep you in a state of scarcity. A man in a state of scarcity is easy to control. A man who knows his own value and knows that the world is full of opportunities is a nightmare for a manipulator. When you realize that there is no one, but only the one who respects you right now, you become dangerous. You become free. Let's break down the schemes they use to lead you to the slaughterhouse. First, the prove you're a man gambit. You see this everywhere, especially with older women. They say, enough talk, show me you're a real man, or I'm tired of promises, take action. This is a brilliant manipulation. It immediately puts you in the position of a petitioner, like a job applicant begging for a role. It's bait for that infantile hero complex. She acts like a lion tamer in a circus, and you're the dog performing tricks for a pat on the head. She doesn't care about your real achievements unless they convert into cash. Second, the I'm not like other girls trap. This is the special snowflake manipulation. She says, oh, I'm independent, I'm not like those gold diggers. No then, oops, the car broke down. She's sick, some emergency popped up. Translation, she just wants to test your masculinity by having you pay. Don't hold your breath, folks. It's the same old consumption model in a prettier wrapper. Third, the strong and independent facade. We hear all this talk about feminism and equality, but equality is never popular when the bill arrives. They want you to carry the bags, fix the leaks, and pay the checks while they play independent. It's a total facade for irresponsibility. Kevin asked me, where's the strong woman who's my equal? Buddy, she never existed. It was a scripted play from scene 1. Don't trust words. Be like Stierlitz, the legendary spy. Don't make a move until 3 independent data points match up. Don't make conclusions based on looks. Go to her house. You'll learn more in 1 visit than in a year of dating. Remember the strategy of Sun Tzu. If you have a suspicion, sit on the riverbank and watch. Time will show you who's floating by. Why hurry into a yoke? If there's a mane, there's always a harness waiting. As they said in the movie, From Dusk Till Dawn. Welcome to slavery. No thanks, I've already been married. Healthy relationships aren't built on exploitation. They are built on respect and honesty. So if you meet another toad, don't be in a rush to kiss her, especially on the lips. God knows who she was kissing before you, and knowing won't make you happy. Don't dive headfirst into the ice hole. Take charge of your life, like, subscribe, and hit the bell. See you in the next one.